Peace to the family. We're back on. It's IamBrotherPolite.com. We're here. That's where you go to, IamBrotherPolite.com. Get ready for those holistic health classes. It's going to be extremely powerful, the holistic health classes. Be sure to get on top of that. You don't want to be left out. You don't want to be left behind. It starts this Saturday, actually, the holistic health class. Course, I should say. And those of you that's been coming to the real estate course, you know that you get the PDFs. You also know that you get step-by-step accounts as far as the information is concerned. We get community interaction through the phone lines. It's been a very, very powerful experience every weekend. This particular Saturday coming will be our only Saturday class. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled Sunday classes. However, this Saturday, we'll have the health class. I'm even throwing in an extra class for the people who attended the real estate course. And then I'm still throwing in an extra class for the people who attend the health course. And that's because so much is needed. And since we already came with a charge for the class, I'm just going to add those, I can't even say tidbits. I'm just going to add that information to the course because it's so very necessary. As I go over every account that needs to be disseminated to the community, I realize we got a lot to cover. We got so much to cover that it behooves me to just give you as much as I can give you. So I'm just asking y'all to walk with me in the matter because there's so much information that we have to cover that stands to reason I must give you more classes. What I'm going to do, we're going to go to the website real quick. Just to keep you in tune. So you're going to go to IamBrotherPolite.com and you're going to go to health. And you click health. You'll see the health products come up. Of course, this when I had diabetes, we got to have a class on diabetes alone. Maybe we do that tomorrow. All right. So we have the accelerated health course, class 1. That's by itself. Or you have the accelerated health course, class 2, which deals with sclerology. That's the science of reading the eyes. The other one deals with the herbs. Okay. What herbs can you mix with each other and why? How to increase potency, raise libido with herbs. Which herbs can you use to increase memory? Then we have the triple double baller, which we'll speak about. The holistic health scale, which we'll speak about. You have the GNSD male formula to increase the libido for the male. A 13 herb combination to increase blood circulation, brain activity, and potency of the male. Then you have the GNSD female formula. Female formula to increase the libido of the male, female. A 10 herb combination to increase blood circulation, brain activity, and the potency of the woman. And that has the Mira Palmer. And you want to have that. We talked about it earlier. We'll talk about it again later. And then you also have the 95/108 CMOS. Very important. We'll talk about the CMOS. We'll actually talk about that once we come out of here. Of course, we have the recipe book and some associated DVDs, but you definitely, like I said, you want to get a hold of this health course. And here's the whole package, class 1 and class 2. Okay, you get class 1, class 2, and you get class 1, class 2, and you also get the benefit of what? You also can get you the book as well. Okay, so that's class 1 and class 2. So you have one where you can get class 1, class 2, and the book as well. Nothing's more powerful than that. Here we go. That's the one with the book. Health course, class 1 and 2, and the book that goes with it. So you want to get a hold of that. That's it right here. And in this, you'll get the class that ascertains to the herbs that you mix with each other and why, how to increase potency, raise libido with herbs, and which herbs can you use to increase memory. You'll also get the other class, naturopathic approach through the study of the whites of the eyes, how to pinpoint the body's trauma, disease from reading the eyes, and how to determine when the healing is taking place. You also get the $40 book, Vegan Truths and Meat Mythology. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And you'll learn the associated things as it relates to the classes that take place for our health course. All right, so you get class 1, class 2, the book, and like I promised you all, you're going to get free classes inside of this one course. And I elected to do the free classes because there's a whole lot to cover. So yes, you'll need scales, you'll need calculators, you'll need a pen, you'll need a pad. You're going to need, you won't be coming out for air for too long because you're going to have a lot of notes that you're going to have to take down. So I guess we could start talking about the sea moss first. Maybe we should talk about that. Let's get ready to talk about the sea moss first. Let's talk about the sea moss. Let's get into the thick of things. Glad to see you all made it back. Glad that you made it all. You all made it back. Okay, just checking up. Make sure everything looks good this time around. You don't want no errors this time around. Peace to the family. Thank y'all for letting me know in the chat that the other showing was a little scrappy. We need that so that way I can give you the best presentation. I had to scrap that. Like somebody said, that was 10 minutes of not our best presentation. So we need to get that out of there so we can keep this nice and clean. Peace, family. About to go in. It's about to be intense. Thanks, Andre. Thanks, Mike, for appreciating our app. He said the app is dope. So we gotta get ready to build. And what's getting to me, what's really, really getting to me is the fact that people feel like diabetes is normal. People feel like cancer is normal. People feel like high blood pressure is normal. These things are not normal. And we have to stop normalizing it by continuing to eat wrong. That's right. That's how you normalize disease. By knowing what you're consuming is destroying you and still continuing to do it. So I've been able to come to the conclusion that too much of our people are suicidal. Yes, we are suicidal. What does that mean? Well, there's different forms of suicide. There's the most violent and aggressive form where a person just takes their own life. And then there's another form of suicide. There's the slower version or more subtle version of suicide. What do we mean by that? I'll tell you what we mean by that. There are people on planet Earth walking up and down who don't like their life. However, they don't like pain either. Not obvious pain. We're not talking about the pain you don't necessarily feel until later on down the line. We're talking about that the pain that arises when you cut your wrist. The pain that obviously exists when you jump off a building. the pain that takes place when you get burnt. Many of us don't want to feel that pain. Many of us do not want to feel that pain. So what in turn happens when we're suicidal? But we want to engage in the subtle form of suicide because we want to evade the physical pain. What do? Well, some of us may bother other people as a means to get out of this planet Earth in hopes we can upset people so much that they'll take us out of this life. When you see people starting trouble left and right, that's because they're suicidal. They're just begging for someone to take them out of this world. That's a fact. For others of us that are suicidal, we know we can't imagine cutting our wrists. We don't conceive jumping off the building, burning ourselves alive, or even drowning on purpose because of the agony. So what we in turn do, we in turn say this. We in turn say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to eat my way out of here because it's a delicious suicide. Let's rename this a delicious suicide. Let's rename this one a delicious suicide. We're going to have to come to this title a different day. Let's rename this video a delicious suicide. It just came to me. What is a delicious suicide? What's a delicious suicide? I'll tell you what a delicious suicide is. Cheesecake. What a delicious suicide. Name me some more, people. Oxtail, rice and peas, cooked on Sunday for leftovers Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. What a delicious suicide. That's what our people are into. We don't want to feel the pain when we die. We want a delicious suicide. We want chicken that's high in ammonia and uric acid, worse than swine. What a delicious suicide. You want out of this planet Earth, but you're too cowardly to cut your wrist because you don't want to feel the pain. You want out, but you won't drown yourself on purpose. You don't want to feel the pain. You don't want to feel the pain of the burn, so you won't burn yourself alive either. You don't want to feel the pain of jumping off the building, so you commit a delicious suicide. You are discontent with life. You know the food that you're eating is destroying you from the inside out. You know the food that you eat makes you vulnerable and susceptible to diabetes, to cancer, to high blood pressure. But you still eat it because you're discontent with life. You should look at yourself in the mirror and say, do I know what I'm eating is wrong? And if you know what you're eating is not good for you, and it makes you vulnerable and susceptible to all these other diseases, then you should know that you are down with having not only a convenient suicide, but a delicious suicide. Cheesecake is a delicious suicide. Plus milk from the cow is a delicious suicide. Them damn cookies you can't get out of your mouth is a delicious suicide. And I'm asking you, brothers and sisters, if you love yourself like you would like to believe you do, you need to lighten up on what you've been eating. We have to stop committing the delicious suicide. I told you about milk. Milk is allowed to have 750,000 somatic cells, a euphemism for pus, 24,000 live bacteria before the Food and Drug Administration takes it off the shelf and says it's not legitimate for humans to consume it. It's also allowed to be pasteurized, a process in which they use radiation to prolong the shelf life of the food, but you still drink it because you're discontent with life. You don't like your life no more. You would rather commit a delicious suicide because it doesn't hurt. In fact, it tastes good to commit suicide that way, right or wrong. You want to commit a delicious suicide. That's what you want to do. We need to talk about your eating habits, family. You don't like the life you live. The average person eating will tell you the food they eat, they know is no good for them. What a delicious suicide. I'm going to make that a shirt. So hopefully when people walk down the block, we want to ask them, do you coin a delicious suicide? Let's coin the term. How many of you are committed to a delicious suicide? Damn, death tastes good, don't it? You know you're going to wind up losing your leg after eating the way you eating, but you do it anyway. You know it's too much salt on the food, but you do it anyway. And the main reason people overdo their salt intake is because they're filled with mucus. And mucus causes much of the woes that we identify as disease. So how come you can't go to the doctor and just take an x-ray and find out what's wrong with you, since mucus causes so much disease? Well, the problem is when you go to the doctor and you take an x-ray, mucus is translucent. So normally you have to wait till something goes completely wrong before you realize mucus has caused the problem. And even then, they won't blame the mucus by the time the problem has escalated. They'll blame the problem at the point of the escalation. I hope you guys are walking with me. You better share this video with your family. Hopefully this resonates with your grandmother. Hopefully this resonates with your brother, your sister, your aunt who has cancer, who has diabetes. Because the very fact that you can't get off of that food while you're sick tells us you are involved with the delicious suicide. That's right. That's right. I know you love your fish and it's filled with mercury. I know you love your red meat, but it's originally gray, even brown by the time the oxygen hits it. No meat stays red for over an hour. They pump it with carbon monoxide. And so when you think you're getting sick from eating meat, yeah, you are getting sick from eating meat, but most of you are suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning because you eat so much meat and they want the meat to be appealing to you. So they pump it with carbon monoxide so it can look red, because your brain will say, I'm more likely to purchase meat that looks red than meat that looks brown or gray, because that's not that appealing. Red is very appealing. We love cartoons. I'd rather purchase me some red looking meat than some brown or gray. It already look bad. Subconsciously seeing brown or gray meat will turn you off. So they pump the meat with carbon monoxide so they could prolong the look of healthy meat, whatever that means. So you're not just eating meat that's bad for you, you're suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning as well. This is real. But after you learn this, will you still eat the same way? What a delicious suicide. This class is going to be a classic. And you drink water that's fluoridated. You don't give a damn what it means, what it represents. But what does fluoride do? Fluoride creates calcium phosphate crystallization. Fluoride initiates calcium phosphate crystallizations to take place within the confines of the pineal gland, which throws off the endocrine system, which is responsible for your confidence, your self-esteem, your drive to fight against adversity. That's why when you're eating the wrong foods and you realize it's bad for you, you shouldn't eat it because it can kill you. You don't even have the fight left in you to deny yourself of the addiction to death. You're addicted to death. You are addicted to dying. So you have conversations that hopefully will kill you. You drive in ways that will hopefully kill you. You think in ways that will hopefully kill you. You listen to music that contributes to your death. And you definitely eat foods that will kill you. They've created an alternative model for suicide. They have made suicide appealing to the taste buds. Think about that. They made suicide appealing to the taste buds. How can you deny it? You got a bunch of people out here dissatisfied with life. So they made suicide appealing to the taste buds. So they give you the skin of a white potato. They give you the potato, and the potato is made up of what? Well, the skin of a white potato is made up of arsenic, which is used to make rat poison. But that never slowed you down yet. What a delicious suicide. What a delicious suicide. And then there was this scare about terrorism and opening up mail because it's filled with anthrax. But then you eat lamb, and lamb is filled with what? Anthrax. But you secretly want out of planet Earth. You secretly want to tap out. You want to quit, but you just don't want to feel the pain of cutting your wrist. You don't want to feel the pain of jumping off the building. So you commit a delicious suicide. And you eat your way out of this existence until it catches up with you. And even when it catches up with you, you want out even more. So you indulge even more when you have your cancer. You indulge even more when you have your diabetes. You've destroyed the lymphatic system. And that's why ginger and cayenne pepper is so very important. You've destroyed the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is your sewage. It's your body's sewage system. And if you ever walked by a sewer that wasn't kept up to par, you smell it from the outside. And that's how it is when people defecate. If they're eating the worst of foods, then you can smell the excretion process when they open the door. Now they say, Polite, you acting like your shit don't stink. Not like these brothers and sisters, I can tell you that. My shit smell like Frank and Murr compared to theirs. That's a fact. Because when you can't open your mouth because someone just used the bathroom, that's a problem. That person needs to be cleansed. That person needs to be cleansed. Delicious suicide. So you guys, you die, but you don't want to die. You live, but you don't want to live. You're caught up in this convoluted scheme that they call death. I didn't say life, because if you believe in life after death, then that would mean that this is death, because you are preparing for life after. So the problem is you don't prepare yourself for life after life. You don't appreciate the world you live in now because subconsciously you feel that you've died already. You feel that you're dead. So what does a dead person do? Things that incline them towards death. They contribute to the death culture. You see, you believe in life after death. That's what religion teaches you. Life after death. So if you believe in life after death, if you believe in life after death, that means you are dead. And if you subconsciously buy into the idea that you are already dead, then you will eat like the dead. And the oxymorons coming, you will live like the dead. So you have no problem eating dead foods. Your refrigerator is a casket, because that's where you put dead bodies. And we open up your refrigerator and we see you with the frozen dead bodies in the fridge, blood frozen. Your refrigerator is a casket as you prepare yourself for a delicious suicide, because you still feel like you're kind of alive and you want life after death. And so you don't disqualify yourself from the life you're supposed to have after this death. You have to make sure you're definitely dead. It's all subconscious. And this comes from the rapist. The rapist. The rapist. Therapist. This comes from the therapist who mind fucks you. Yes, the rapist is the therapist. You look at therapists, they should have said, man, we can't call the therapist because he's the rapist. Obviously, looking at the words, we don't want no one to feel uncomfortable when we're talking to them. Subconsciously, your mind is breaking it down. Am I going too far, family? Or should I keep going? Because when you start talking this real talk, people get upset. So you need somebody like me around when it comes to this health. Because the other vegan people be all so damn in a meditative state, it don't resonate with people. So the meat eaters is beating us out with their wacky ass energy. They're out of control, but you love the energy even though they're out of control. Because just because it's green doesn't mean it's good for you. So I know you love spinach, but spinach is high in starch, carbonic acid. It's man-made. So we got to be careful. Yes, starch is a scenario that man brought about. You'll learn this in the health course. Make sure you sign up for that health course. Go to IamBrotherPolite.com. Get health course 1 and 2 and the book. And plus, it's going to come with some free classes. This is real, family. I'm just sitting here thinking about how much people are dying left and right, talking about they didn't want to die. I'm watching the people say they're trying to help their family because their family is suffering from cancer and diabetes as they eat their way into cancer and diabetes. How you got people in the family calling themselves helping the victims of disease, eating the very things that's going to make them victims of the same? The whole damn family is under a spell. If you want to cure somebody in your family, the first thing you got to do is eat right yourself. You got to show them this world where people are not addicted to the drugs, but the additives in food are the addictives in food. It's right there. The additives in food are the addictives. And anytime they got some bright yellow, bright orange color to your food like Skittles, that's food coloring. And it drives you crazy and it gives you the symptoms that they're able to correspond with misnomers to alienate your children and diminish our opportunity to rule in the future because they'll drug us from early. By the time we become adults, we'll just think those are some wild adults, but we'll never take into consideration maybe those adults were on drugs as children, legal drugs. Legal drugs. I'm pushing the health for a number of reasons. One of which being, I come from a place where the most important people in my life, in my family, did not get killed by way of police brutality. They got killed because of what they put into their mouths. They got killed because of the diseases that they were plagued with. That's what they got killed from. This is a fact. I lost my grandmother to diabetes. I lost my aunt to cancer. I lost my mother to cancer and diabetes. And really, the chemotherapy took her out prematurely. Okay? I need y'all to wake up and hear this. I'm losing my father to cancer. One who bear witness to me being cured of diabetes, who still chooses to smoke cigarettes. I don't know who to blame, the white man or black people's lack of discipline. And even if I sat here and I blamed the white man for the condition of our diseased people, it is our hand. They said the helping hand of God is at the end of your arm. But what if God's arm wants to pick up a fat, juicy burger? Then you can't trust that God either. What a delicious suicide. So some of you want to smoke cigarettes. Smoke them. But guess what happens after you smoke the cigarettes? You know what makes you addicted to cigarettes? It's not the cigarette itself. It's not the 400 poisons they got in it. It's the sugar. They put maple juice and plum syrup in cigarettes. And that's what makes it addictive, not the nicotine. What's up, boo? You good? Come, sit over there. You need to hear this. What happened? You going somewhere?
Yeah, I just wanted to watch for a little.
So watch for a little. It's all good. I see you. I got your attention. I got your attention. Why not? I see you just stop and listening. They need to see you. Whenever you're ready to go, you do your thing, okay?
Okay.
But I'm talking to the people about health because people are sick. Oh, you need Ashley. You can leave it up there. I ain't worried about you. It's all good. But I'm talking to the people out here, baby, about disease. Because you know when grandma died, right? Grandma passed away. And Auntie Vaughn passed away. But when they passed away, we could have kept them alive. They could have lived a little longer. We talk about this all the time. But you know why they left so early? Because they was eating the wrong food.
They would have lived longer if they ate the right food.
This is correct. The things they died from wasn't because they was old. They died because they ate too much bad food. And my aunt, she worked in the hospital. You know what's so weird, baby? The hospital is supposed to help sick people, right? So how come people who work in the hospital eat all this nasty meat? It's weird, right? They're supposed to help us get better. But the people in the hospital smoke cigarettes on lunch break and they eat meat and they helping you. They breathing on you. Breathing that nasty stuff. Because when you breathe out, you get rid of some of the poison you eat. And when they sweat, that's a lot of the poison they eat. That's why a lot of people's skin is not as smooth as daddy's. See, daddy's skin smooth. And why daddy's skin smooth? Because when I'm pushing out toxins, it's a small amount. But when you eat meat and you eat fish, especially when it has a lot of mercury in it, like Caribbean people like to eat shark. There's a lot of mercury in shark, right? And shrimp. They like to eat that. There's a lot of mercury in shrimp. There's a lot of mercury in shrimp and shark, right? And so when their body says we got to release it, it's too much burden for them to just get rid of it through their intestines. The body says we got to find a bunch of different ways to get rid of this food because it's too heavy. It's not water soluble. What water soluble mean is if I put a piece of bread in this water, what you think will happen to the bread?
Sog.
It'll get soggy, right?
Yeah.
If I put a piece of chicken in here, do you think it's going to be soggy like the bread won't be soggy?
No.
That's right. So the human body, when we break down food, it's like Magic School Bus. Remember we was watching Magic School Bus? When we break down food, the bread will disappear quicker than the chicken will, right? Because the water by itself will break down the bread. Just the water by itself, the bread will start falling apart. And why you want that to happen? Because if the bread is good for us, then when the water hits it, it'll break the bread down, and whatever is good for us in the bread will be in the water, and then the body can make it circulate through the blood. And it can pass the good stuff we need from the bread all over the body. But the problem is the chicken is retarded. When we put the chicken in there, it just stay there. And the body's giving it water and everything.
It stays there like ice.
Yeah, but even the ice will melt quicker. But yeah, it's like the ice here. The chicken will be here, the bread will already be breaking up and being distributed. You'll have everything in it. Remember, we call it floaties, right?
Yeah.
When I be saying, if you share your drink with me, don't leave all the floaties. Swallow all your food first. Yeah, so the bread gives the human body floaties, right? But chicken don't create no floaties. Chicken just stay where it's at. That's the problem. You understand what I'm saying? You walk with me?
Yeah, because once you eat it, it just stays there.
It just stays there. And then now the body has to find a place to put it because we keep eating more of it. So this is called water soluble. Say soluble.
Soluble.
There you go. Got it right first time. So food has to be water soluble. Because if it's water soluble, then your body can use its energy to do things like distribute the good stuff from the food, not try to break the food down. Your body sometimes gets so tired trying to break the food down, it don't have the energy to spread the good from the food around the body. So you can be smarter, so you can have energy. So the energy is called the catabolic passageway and the anabolic passageway. This is about your metabolism. Your metabolism is the speed in which your body changes, right? It's the rate in which things change. So your metabolism can be fast, like you're a young girl, right?
Yeah.
So you always got a lot more energy. The older people be like, yo, I'm a little tired. You be like, yo, can we keep playing?
Like, I'll always like to run.
That's right.
And people will be already tired, and I'll just keep going.
That's right, because that's called metabolism. Say that.
Metabolism.
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 There you go. It's called metabolism. So what happened is you have a different metabolism than me. But if we can continue keeping you eating the same way you eat and up until my age, then you won't really lose much of the metabolism. So what happens is when you come into this world, you're working off of ether, right? Say ether.
Ether.
You're working off of ether. Then when you get a little older, you start working off of electricity. Then you get older, you start working off of steam. So you go through 3 phases in life, but the goal is to see how much of the ether we can maintain to the oldest age. And then the next one is electricity. And hopefully we never really got to work off of steam until we really older, like 80, 90 years old. That's when we want to work off of steam. Okay, so it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. So your body has a catabolic and anabolic passageway. That's what your body has. These are your reserve gas tank and your actual gas tank, your first gas tank. So just like if you drive a car, you got your gas tank, you got to pump it with gas, right?
Yeah.
And then if let's say we accidentally run out of gas.
We have to go back and pump it with gas.
Well, sometimes you have a little safety tank that's a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little more gas to help you, just so you don't run all the way out. So you normally have like 2 tanks. You have your gas tank and you have reserve gas tank, but the reserve is a little smaller. But that's just to help you, just so you don't run completely out of gas. So you have
So you could go a little bit farther.
just a little bit further until you can get the right fuel. So your body has an anabolic and catabolic passageway. These are like your gas tank and your reverse and your reserve gas tank. So your body has an anabolic and catabolic gas system, or an anabolic and catabolic energy system. And it's just like gas. These are your gas tank and your reserve gas tank. And when you eat food that's not water soluble, that doesn't just break up in water, then the body has to tap into both the anabolic and the catabolic gas tank. And now one day what happens is you pass out, because the body will shut everything down. So you can stop using energy from other parts of your body, so it can focus on the work that needs to be done that you've been ignoring the whole time, which is eating the wrong food. So you also have what's called dry food.
Yeah.
So yeah, like dry mango,
Yeah.
apricot, dry apricot, like little dry food. They make candy out of it. But here's the problem. Now you got to deal with the anabolic and catabolic passageway again. Why? Because when you eat dry food, the body has to take water from itself to put into, let's say, a dry mango. Boom. Then it has to take sugar from itself to put into the dry mango. Boom. You may say, why? Well, the body has to transform the dry food into real food again and then break it down. So now you're accessing your anabolic and catabolic passageway again. Because when you eat dry food, your body has to turn the dry food back into real food just to break it down again. But it tastes good, don't it?
Yeah.
You see? So, and that's the trick. The trick is to make a bad thing taste very good. And then we wind up with disease. And then we have to leave the planet early, and we don't get to finish our work to teach, our work to uplift the people.
It tastes good, but we have to learn how to stop eating it.
That's true. But watch this. If you don't know how it tastes, then when you do taste it, it'll taste bad if you allow yourself to get older enough. This is what I mean. You never eat meat, correct?
Yeah.
So now that you've never eaten meat before, if someone put it in your plate, you would go, look, what is that? Now, many times when we took you places, people were like, how'd she do that? But we say, Mad does that because she never did that before. She looking at y'all like y'all crazy. She looking at y'all like y'all eating chicken's babies. Mad don't eat chicken's babies. Mad eats, what's some food you eat?
I eat salad, black rice.
What kind of salad?
Red kale sometimes.
Red kale is.
And I'll put peppers and onions and mix it up.
Yeah, that's what's up. What else you be making?
I'll make chickpeas.
Chickpeas, yeah. What you put in the chickpeas when you make them?
You like boil them, put the water in 1st, wait for it to boil, and then when it's done boiling, just put the chickpeas in it, and then you mix it soon when it's the right time.
What you mix it with? What you season it up with? Because you make your own, you make it your way. You know, I be seeing you cooking. She's 10 years old, but she been cooking almost since 8. She does what she does. Go ahead. Tell us more.
Put salt, cayenne pepper, ginger.
Salt, cayenne pepper, ginger. Dope. That's dope. Onion powder instead of garlic, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And oil.
Oil. We gotta have some oil. We always make fun of her. She likes to say oil. She likes to put oil in her stuff. What else?
That's it.
That's pretty
You
much.
really don't need that much. You probably just need salt.
What kind of salt? I gotta get the people.
Pink salt?
Say it again.
Pink salt?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're 10 years old, right? But what you don't realize, a lot of young ladies your age, and a lot of people that's 20, 30, and 40 years old, that's women. They don't know what the heck you talking about. They don't even cook. Believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of women that don't cook. So you are actually teaching. There's a lot of men that don't cook. And then even if people are cooking, they don't know there's a red kale. They don't know that red kale is extremely good for the eyes. And if you train the body to keep eating red kale, the vitamin K in abundance in the red kale will relieve you of much of the symptoms we have when it comes to the eyes. They don't know that red kale beats up mucus. And if you're waking up with all the cold in your eyes, that after a while, if you keep eating red kale, you'll notice that the mucus deposits are going because you won't see as much cold in your eyes no more, little to none when you wake up. People think having cold in their eyes when they wake up is normal. It's not normal. It's a sign that you're completely sick and your body's using that downtime when you're sleeping to shovel out the mucus to the point it's pushing it out of your eyes because that's the easiest place to get it out. Wherever there's a hole, we're going to push it out. And that's why you get the bumps on your face, because wherever there's holes, your body is pushing out the toxins in the form of perspiration.
Push out ears, eyes, nose, and mouth.
Say that again. There you go.
Ears, eyes, nose, and mouth.
That's right. That's where disease come in
and come out.
There you go. There you go. Come on, high five with that. Wherever there's holes in the body.
And then I'm gonna leave with that.
You gonna leave with that? Tell the people you said. Tell them thank you for listening to you and everything.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to me. It was nice to meet you.
You're doing good. You need your own show. You gotta do your own health show, your own cooking show. I think you would make a great hostess. Yeah, you got positive energy. That's a big part of health. You did good, man. I love you so much. Thank you for coming on our TV show. You did great. I love you so much.
Love you more.
I love you more. Cut it out. Love you, baby. Where you going?
I have to read my book.
Oh, yeah. Tell them what you're about to do. Go ahead. Come on.
Oh,
Come here. Tell them what you're about to do. I just asked her what she was doing. Let's hear what she says she's about to do.
That's to read my book.
Look at that. Look at that. You said you was leaving to do what?
About to read my book.
Let me tell you about this girl right here. Sometimes you got to tell her to go to bed because she's up reading for hours and hours and hours. She put herself into a book club. Right? You're in a book club?
Yep.
And I mean, she's like, look, I'm behind. I got to get this book done. Diamond and them read this book already. I got to get into this book, right?
Yeah. She had to go to the library, hang out with my friends, tell them what's about the book.
That's good, man. I'm so proud of you. I don't have to tell this girl to go get her books, man. She's on it. She's already read the ones I got for her. Actually, I just bought you some new books too.
That's the ones I'm reading.
The new books?
Yeah.
You got them today?
Yeah.
Where you got them from? Because I just landed today. I got some that was in that suitcase.
I didn't see those.
Yeah, because some people gave me some books in Canada. They're real nice books, and they got our people in the books. Mm-hmm. You know, I know you're not too big with the pictures no more, but it's good to look at some images of our people still, you know? So I got some nice books for you to take a look at, okay?
All right.
Okay. Well, go ahead, baby. Do your thing. Read your book. She's going to be super great. She's great. She's about to be super great. It's my baby, man. That makes me proud, man. This fatherhood thing, it's not easy. But, man, you get moments where you get misty-eyed. Word up. I'm so happy, man. I really appreciate it. Unscripted. She just stopped and she's just listening to what I'm talking about. So I'm like, man, sit down. Join us. And it's the fact that she stops and she listens to what's going on. I'm like, that's dope. Because some children just walk, oh, that's my father doing whatever the heck it is that he does. Yeah, he's always talking to people. You know, she could have that disposition. But the fact that she just sits there and she goes, she stood over there. Y'all couldn't see, she just standing there listening like, and I see her listening with her eyes as if to say, I miss some of that. Or I need some of that. You see, I could talk to her about death because we had our conversation already. Some children would start crying. Oh, I missed this one. I missed that one. But we had a very good conversation about how our life is our own responsibility. And responsibility is our responsibility. Our responsibility is our own respondability. But we have to keep it real with our children, man. Keep it real. Make them the better version of ourselves. That's what we're supposed to do. Man, okay, so Manny Santiago asks, how did your mom die faster with chemo? I'm going to tell you how my mom died faster with chemo. She died faster with chemo because one of the main ingredients to chemotherapy is radiation. Radiation causes cancer. Why would you use that which causes cancer to treat cancer? Because they'll tell you they don't have a cure. They'll tell you they don't have a cure. So they use radiation to treat cancer. And I would believe they're treating cancer nicely because that's exactly what cancer likes. So it can exist, so it can create more cancer cells. I think they're treating cancer rather nice when they use chemotherapy. And then we have to also ask, what is the quality of life? Now it's a question about quantity or quality. And the wise know to always choose quality. Or I should say, in most cases, we would tend to identify with the necessity or the expedience of quality. Why? Because what good is life if I got to go through it without my hair, without my teeth, without my stride, without my conviction, without my vigor? I'm just alive. So what they're doing is prolonging death. They're not saving lives. They're prolonging death. They're not saving lives because they don't have the cure. They're just coming up with treatments. So they treat cancer nicely. When they give you chemo, which is filled with the number one ingredient cancer cells love, which is cancer. So when they give you cancer treatment, that's because they're treating cancer nice. And that's why the hospital is so hospitable, because they give you hospitality by giving you a nice bed, a nice TV, and some food to eat. Yeah, so the hospital is based on hospitality. Make you feel all good about the situation. Yeah, so I lost my mother to chemo. The proof of it was we got money from it, because it was proof that the chemo killed her, contrary to what they told us it would do for her. Killed her very fast. So we did receive some money from her death because of that. Whatever that means, because no amount of money is worth the replacement of my mother. So that means I would have had more than 7 days with my mother if she didn't confide in the medical institution. However, what was I to do? I didn't know much at that time, very little about health. At that time, I was told in school that pizza was the most healthiest, one of the healthiest things you can eat. This is what they was teaching us in school. Pizza is very healthy. It's one of the most healthiest things you can eat. Picture that. Picture that. So I'm about to do. I didn't do this in a long time. How are we looking on time? How long have we been doing this? I think we're doing pretty good on time. I would like to bring you all into the chat room and let's build. Make sure, let's just do an intermission. Then I'm going to bring you all into the chat room. But I thank y'all for coming out, and please share this video with the people that you know need some inspiration when it comes to changing their eating habits. Because again, it's all about taste. They got to give you the taste for death. They got to season death the right way, so you will want it over and over. What a delicious suicide. It's classic. This classic joint. I got to do a lecture called that. And let's take a look at these seasonings like MSG. What a delicious suicide. Let's talk about MSG. Monosodium glutamate, also known by 13, 14 other misnomers. Monosodium glutamate, also known by 14 other names. So they can hide the fact that that's what you're consuming. Like they got monopotassium glutamate, which is the same as monosodium glutamate. And monosodium glutamate, MSG, tons of it filled in your cabinets. Chinese people definitely using it all the time. It tricks the brain into thinking that what you're eating is delicious. You ever ate Chinese food, whole lot of it, felt full, and said, man, I still got to get some more. Damn, that was good. And you buy another one knowing you can't even finish the other food. How many times have you bought food that you knew you couldn't finish, but you bought more again anyway? That's because it's high in MSG, monosodium glutamate. And monosodium glutamate tricks the brain into thinking that what you're eating is delicious. And in turn, causes you to gluttonize. And also, women that are conceiving, that's eating all that Chinese food, and all that other fast food and restaurant food out there that's using MSG, pumping it with MSG, because it tricks the brain into thinking that what you're eating is delicious. It tricks the brain into thinking that what you're eating needs to be eaten again, to the point of gluttony. It gives rise to autism when women that are conceiving consume food with MSG in it. What a delicious suicide. Who gives a damn? It tastes good. And even when it doesn't taste good, it makes me think that it tasted good. What a delicious suicide. Monosodium glutamate tricks the brain into thinking that you need to eat more food. It tricks the brain into thinking that the food is delicious. And you eat and therefore say, I need to eat more, knowing that you're full, and you can't finish the second one. But now it has you thinking, I got to eat until I'm full and a little extra. And they got 14 other names that it goes by, in case you get smart and start to realize that this thing is wrong for you. So if you look on the back of your bag of chips, and you just keep eating, bet you can't just eat one. That's what they say, right? Look on the back of them damn contents for ingredients, and you're gonna see monopotassium glutamate if you don't see monosodium glutamate. Bet you can't just eat one. Tells you right in your face what he's doing. The reason why when you eat chips and you can't just eat one is because it's high in monosodium glutamate or monopotassium glutamate, which is the same thing, or one of the other 13 other names that they got to hide it in case you get smart. It gives rise to autism. So you go chip after chip after chip after chip. You know you're not satisfied, but you keep thinking you need more. You just keep eating more and more chips because you're anxious as it is. Because you're filled with anxiety anyway. Guess what's going to happen? Because you're filled with anxiety, it's going to amount to you wanting to eat something crunchy anyway, like biting your fingernails. Because anxiety corresponds with crunchy foods. So the only reason you got the desire to eat crunchy foods in the first place is because you're upset and paranoid that you might lose your house or lose your phone. Or someone's coming for you. You get nervous when you bite your nails or eat something crunchy, and crunchy foods are normally saturated in oil, accompanied by salt. And if these emotions don't subside, the appetite or the craving will only get larger and in turn transmigrate into disease because of your inability to relent from consuming foods based on the way you feel. What a delicious suicide. It's true. So you're feeling love deprived. You feel like you're not getting enough love. So love corresponds with sugar. This is why on Valentine's Day, they give out chocolates, because chocolate corresponds with love anxiety. So you feel like, oh, I miss my mother, I miss my father. You think your boyfriend's cheating. Oh, you think your girlfriend's cheating. The love anxiety will subside if you can get a replacement momentarily in the form of sugar. And this is why people are addicted to cigarettes, because they put maple syrup and plum juice in cigarettes to make you addicted, not the nicotine. It is the sugar that they put it in. This is why people take crack so much, because crack is filled with sugar. It's a big domino bag of sugar condensed into a 12-12 slim bag, sold to you as a dime. So the reason there's crackheads is because these people feel love deprived. Our people are suffering from love deprivation, and that's why they're so filled with diabetes. That's why our community is plagued with diabetes, because these diseases have their inceptions in emotions that transmigrate into appetite, that if they go unresolved, that is the emotions we're talking about, it transmutes into disease because you overindulge in that which you consume as a replacement for the emotional displacement you're experiencing. What a delicious suicide. See? Your craving is only a signature for what you're feeling. The taste that you yearn for corresponds with that which you're lacking emotionally. So if life can't give you what it should, you beseech food and an appetite for sex as a vice. Yes, because you can have sexual cravings too that build similar anxieties that people have when they crave food. Absolutely true. The sad story that people don't want to talk about. You show me a food and I'll show you an emotion that corresponds with it. And once you become more emotionally resolved, you're disciplined for what you eat and what you don't eat. Only confirms that you've rectified the matter. Doesn't mean you're perfect if you're eating good. Doesn't mean you're perfect if you've grown tolerant to eating good food that tastes good, because bad food tastes bad. Stop saying good food tastes bad and bad food tastes good. Stop saying that, people. It's not true. It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. I'm going to get some of you in the building tonight. so we could talk. Let's see if we can talk at least for 15, 20 minutes. I want to keep this video short because this is too much for some people. They clogged more than their arteries. It's a lot to take in for some people. And I don't say this to be condescending. I'm saying this, I want to be as effective as possible. Because this is really where we at. This is where that revolution can take place. The reason why people are understanding the necessity to be Pan-African and Black nationalists is because they're blocked. The reason why people are having a problem unifying amongst each other is because they're blocked. The reason why people are having a problem slandering and backbiting and gossiping, because it is the disease talking. It's the disease talking through them. The behavior of a sick mind can only come from a sick person. The sick person didn't give birth to the sick mind. The sick mind gave birth to the sick person. But here's the paradox. Say, Polite, you got to eat to get sick. No, you don't. You guys are allergic to people and don't even realize it. I had to do a class on that. I can prove to you that when you aspire to do better and you eat better and you live better, you become allergic to people. They become allergic to you. And thus we wind up in conflict. Just the way you choose to change your life, whether it's through food, your dress, your walk, or your talk. Whatever the case may be, once you make that change, it offsets something negative in somebody else. And they think you judging them. You ain't said nothing to them. You're just eating the right food in front of them and they feel offended. How about that one? You just eat the right food in front of them and they feel offended. How about that one? What a delicious suicide. It's like you're taking away their God. That's right. It's like you're taking away their God. You got the nerve to tell me I'm doing the wrong thing by you doing the right thing in front of me. That's what that's about. People don't want to bear witness to the truth. Are you kidding me? They don't want to do that. Why would they want to do that? Who needs the truth? When suicide is so delicious. That's what I'm trying to talk to you about. That's what I'm talking to you all about. This is some real stuff, family. I hope y'all connecting with me, man. I'm showing off. This is some real information. We could talk about politics, and I love that. We could talk about economics. I love that because I need it in order to really get on this grind the way I want to get on. But people can make you sick. The same things that you are looking to evade from eating bad foods gets created when you get angry from being in the presence of people that are disagreeable. Because people will raise your blood pressure like salt raises your blood pressure. How about that? People that make you sick like some foods when you eat them. And it's not right. Will make you sick. It's true. So a big part of your diet, this is the part that people miss all the time. One of the most important parts of your diet that I tell people is the people that you surround yourself with. I tell people, you can eat all the good food in the world you want, but if you're surrounded by some negative people, it's going to compromise the integrity of your mission as far as health is concerned. Because the number one reason I feel people are having a problem changing what they eat is because they're having a problem changing their settings, changing their surroundings. People are having a problem changing what they eat because they first have to change their atmosphere sometimes. These people are negative. Don't you know when a person gets angry, an electron thrusts off of their sodium atom when they get upset? People get upset, an electron thrusts off the sodium atom. Bow! Now it's unstable. It needs to bond with somebody covalently. So then it finds the best thing it can find to create a bond, which is the chlorine in your body. So now the chlorine's chloride. So you get NaCl, sodium chloride. What's NaCl? Table salt. So when a person gets angry, they create table salt within themselves at rapid levels, which causes their blood pressure to rise, just like any other salt would do. When you get angry, your body creates table salt. And don't we say, you acting salty? Don't we say that? You getting salty. This nigga salty. That's what we say. Subconsciously, the knowledge is already there. Subconsciously, the knowledge is already there. Yeah, so that's why we getting salty, because you're angry. So look at this. You say, I'm going to stop putting so much salt on my food. But you're getting angry because of the type of people you live with. So the people you live with got you creating salt in your body while you abstain from eating salt outside your body. Matter of fact, I did to take it to another level and say maybe the amount of salt you was taking in wasn't even that bad. It's because the people you're around make you so salty. The combination of the right amount of salt you take in externally coupled with the amount of salt that you create from anger is what put you over the limit and got your blood pressure compromised. It's a damn shame that the world would probably want to watch awards during this hour. It's a shame. You see, people say, why do you think so much people against you, Brother Polite? Because this is that information that makes you look not at yourself, but in yourself. And some of us want to live the lie. Some of us want to continue the suicide and don't want to be bothered. You got people putting a literal meat gun in their mouth, fish gun in their mouth, soy and tofu gun in their mouth. I don't play around with this health. I go beast mode with this health. But a lot of times the people that interview me, it's too uncomfortable listening to this. I call your fridge a casket. People feel offended. I said, where do you put dead bodies? You put dead bodies in a box. So look at your fridge as a casket. And those eggs you eating, stop calling them eggs. Call them fetuses. Yeah. Say you want some fetuses and cheese. That's what you need to say. Say you want a bacon and fetus and cheese sandwich. And tell them to get their fetuses out the casket that we've been calling a refrigerator. Now, how good is that refrigerator? You know, I'm going to talk to y'all. You know, people come to my house and they say, yo, Polite, I would think you would have a whole bunch of food in your fridge and everything. I said, no. Not only when I know I got a lot of company coming through one day after the other. They say, why? Because the second you get a veggie, you should eat it. You shouldn't save it. The second you get a fruit, you should eat it. You shouldn't save it. Don't put your fruit in the casket. You say, what is he talking about? You don't realize your fruit dies quicker when it's on the fridge or in the fridge? Does your fruit die that fast when it's on the kitchen counter? When you're from the hood, you put the food in the fridge because there's rodents on the outside. That I understand. But I need you to listen. You don't realize that the food dies quicker, the good food? Don't you realize the dead food has the benefit of being in the fridge, but the live food dies when it's in or on the fridge? Just being on the fridge, the live food dies quicker. Have you not noticed that? The good food dies. The good food dies when it's in or on the fridge. But the meat benefits from the fridge. Ain't that some stuff, huh? But that's what happens when you put vegetables and fruits in a casket. That's what happens. You will see your avocados, you will see your bananas, you see the apple, everything starts dying ASAP. So maybe there's something about the fridge people are not telling us about. Because they'll tell you, tell the pregnant woman, don't stand in front of the microwave. Hold on, we can't stand in front of the thing that's cooking our food. We can't stand in front of the thing that's cooking our food. Stop putting your fruits and vegetables in the fridge. Eat them the day you get it, or leave it out. Think about it. Chances are the green that you're eating is grown in warm weather or tropical weather. Why? To preserve the food that's grown in warm climatic conditions do you need to put it in a refrigerator? Why would I need to put my veggies in a cold environment if it was born to a warm environment? Let's just take our time with this, people. This is why the therapist, it's the same thing. The rapist is the therapist. It's the psychology. We're going to lose a lot of supporters on this one. We're going to lose a lot of supporters on this one. I knew what I was getting into when I started this. Let me get you guys to get ready to come in here real quick. Oh, I'm interested to hear what you're saying. We have to make it quick, though. So here, go to IamBrotherPolite.com. Of course, we have several books that I've written up here, DVDs, of course, that I've also published. You want to join New Covenant, get a trust, consultation, you go over there. Of course, we got services here as well. Very powerful stuff. We got to get back on the health. We have to get on the health. So, okay, we got the services here. The health classes are also on this page in addition to the health page. Consultations are over here, whether it's for health or whether it's for wealth. Okay. But here's the health tab. And of course, we had the When I Had Diabetes book there. We have the courses that you could pay for, class 1, class 2. Of course, what we ultimately suggest, which you save money on, class 1 and 2, which comes with a free class for those people who purchase the real estate courses, and another free class in general for anyone that's in this course. So some of you are going to wind up getting 4 classes, and some of you are going to wind up getting 3. No matter what, 3 will be the minimum for anyone who gets this class. So it says class 1 and class 2, but I truly realize there's a lot to cover, and it's not that deep. I don't got to say, yo, let's just wait until we do another set of classes and charge. It's not that deep. And if you look at the experts of the community, when they charge for these private classes, they in the thousands and all that. And I'm down. I'm not against anyone getting their money and doing what they're doing. I just feel the community is in a crisis right now, a serious crisis. And we have to address this crisis because we're the future. We can't have a future revolutionaries missing their leg or can't see their ankles. Health course, class 1 and 2. We start this Saturday. If you miss it, don't worry. I've been allowing people to see this stuff week in and week out. We give you a passcode and you're able to access it on the website. Health courses, class 1, class 2, and the book. And you'll also get an additional class. And if you paid for the real estate course, you'll get 2 additional classes. Okay, so it's very important. And we're going to be speaking about the herbs, addressing the libido issue, which is deeper than just sex. deals with motivation. It deals with the fight to stay alive. Okay, very important stuff. I want you to keep all these things in mind. And of course, we have the GNSD male formula to increase the libido for the male. It's made up of 13 herb combinations to increase blood circulation, brain activity, and potency of the male. Then we have the GNSD female formula to increase the libido of the female, a 10 herb combination to increase blood circulation, brain activity, and the potency of the woman. These are very important. And what we do, if you send us a message when you purchase the sea moss that we have, it's great for the bones. It's going to help you out with your memory. Great for blood circulation. Okay. And it's giving you what you normally don't, what you always don't get from the meat eater's meal, from the vegetarian's meal, and even from the average vegan meal. The sea moss has 95 out of 108 minerals that the human body requires to perform at its best. Meat eaters get 50 to 60 minerals. Vegetarians get 60 to 70. And vegans get about 70, 75. But it varies depending on what kind of food they're constantly eating and having and how diverse their regimen is. Ultimately, they all don't get everything they need until they get this sea moss. So, of course, we got the bladderwracks in there, a small amount. Unless you ask that we create a scenario for you for losing weight, we throw a little more bladderwracks in there so we can actually customize these products. And we do that because when it comes to health, you should have a curriculum, because we all arrive at places differently. We don't all take the same exact location to arrive at the same spot. Taking that into consideration, we have to appreciate a dietary regimen as a curriculum. And everyone doesn't learn off the same curriculum nor benefits from the same curriculum. So we have to treat you as one that has to have a specific curriculum. So when we do a consultation or we mentor you as far as health is concerned, we give you a curriculum. It is the stainless steel triple double baller, the one that we use to preference, the holistic health scale. You can get from us or somewhere else. You're going to need these for the classes. And another reason why I'm doing extra classes is so I can give people the opportunity to get these supplies so they can use them as we use them, so they can learn how to make them. Because the main reason why we're doing the workshop presentation for the health course is to see to it that people can spend less money. Instead of buying what's already prepared, they can make it and also learn how to make it to order to cater to their specific interests and needs. This is a health course you definitely need to be part of. The benefits are going to be innumerable. So definitely make sure that you get that. You share the information with other people. You let them know it's time to go to class. You will need a calculator. I guarantee you. You will need a scale. I guarantee you. You will need the triple double baller. I guarantee you. You should always have a cup of sea moss in your house when all else fails, because some of you live places where good food is hard to come by in large quantities. So what you can use to hold you over is the sea moss. You can season your food with it, and you can also put it in your drinks. It'll help diminish your appetite without you losing weight, unless you choose to lose weight. But you don't want to lose by not getting enough nutrients. A person could be malnutrition and still be skinny. A person could be malnutrition and still be overweight. So let's not get it misconstrued that, oh man, if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, you're gonna lose weight, you're not getting enough nutrients. No, heavy set people are also malnutrition. It's the reason why a lot of them are heavy in the first place. Hope you're listening. And if you appreciate the info that you're getting now, I'm telling you, you're gonna need a pen, you're gonna need a pad, you're gonna need a calculator, you're gonna need the triple double baller, you're gonna need a scale, you're gonna need the class to review it, because it's not a game. I love what I do, so this is great. I'm loving this. So that's right, you go to IamBrotherPolite.com. Be sure, if you love this video, you like what you heard, you love what you heard, don't just share it once, share it 5 times. Don't just share it 5 times, share it 10 times. Spread the good word like we have as a community spread negativity, spread positive information. Put a caption. You need to hear this. Or put delicious suicide. He proved it. Our people are dissatisfied with life and they're eating their way out of it. That's a fact. So let's give it. Let's get these people in. About to allow y'all to come in here. Fun part of the show. We haven't done that in a while. I won't be able to stay long. I'm gonna take the first set of people and get this going. But we're making good time. That's true. There we go. I'm going in the chat right now. Here's the link. I just put the link in the chat. Be sure to sign up for those health classes. Get that CMOS. Those herbs are going to go up there. Actually, what I need y'all to do too, tell us about the diseases that you want us. Make sure you put it on mute when you come in. Tell us about the diseases that you want us to speak on and break down for the health course. That's why I didn't put the herbs on the site yet, because I'm allowing the community to tell us what they are interested in hearing in terms of us breaking down the herbs. Come on, so I got to get out of here. Do your best, family. Get in. Oh, full house away. All right. I need you to put it on mute. Everybody. There we go. Need you guys on mute. Get through this. Make sure your microphone's on mute. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, let's get Sister Holly. How you doing? I seen you waving. How you doing, sister? Unmute your mic and tell us your name, where you from.
Hi, I'm from Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay, sister. How you doing? I see you smiling. Radiance.
Yes. So I have a question. Like, I do smoke, but like, I don't know. It's almost hereditary. Like my grandmother smoked the same brand I do. So it's like, how do you stop? I know you talked about it earlier. I know what's in it.
No problem. Like, I know we got to address the issue, so I'm walking with you. So I hear you and I understand. All right, I heard what's in it. Damn, makes it even worse. Now, how do we get rid of it? Get that 95 over 108 CMOS to start, because it's there to get rid of addiction. That's one of the things that was created for. It says it right there when you go on the site. Go to IamBrotherPolite.com and get that. CMOS in general is good for that. However, the ingredients that we put inside of it, which you'll see, there's a whole outline that you get in the mail when you receive your CMOS, and it's going to let you know what to mix it with to get certain results. Like if you mix it with a green juice, it's going to be one result. If you mix it with a bunch of berries, you get a somewhat different result. There's certain things in general you're going to get because of what it's made up of, but then when these things chemically bond, we create alternative approaches. And that's why class is going to be very important, because we're going to get into the chemistry of herbs and how they change identity. Like hydrogen and oxygen are two flammable, very poisonous and explosive gases. However, when coupled, they create a molecule that sustains life. So it's all about variation. It's all about diversity, you know? So with the CMOS, it is there to diminish appetite. And what we put by appetite, we made appetite synonymous with addiction for the culture of our study. So when we say appetite, we mean addiction. Whenever we say the word appetite, we mean addiction, because the craving comes from somewhere and it will remain there to get rid of it. So one of the things you want to do effective immediately is get the CMOS in your possession and take it at least twice a day, table teaspoon, into your drinks day to day to day. That is the first step in the process. One of the number one steps in the process is to listen to shows like this because it reinforces the conviction that you need to stop. So it's working right now, because that's, if your mind is not there, no matter how good the herbs are that you take, it's going to be a conflict between mind and body. So the mind can help you synchronize things. So the more your mind is acclimated to the thought of, I got to get rid of this. You know what? This is not good. You know what? I just heard some more information that compounded my interest in declining from smoking. So keep your mind constantly in the education of why the smoking isn't good. Keep your mind constantly in the education of the images of the end result of smoking, in addition to taking the very things that stop it. So I don't offer you a nicotine patch. I offer you something better than that, which is the sea moss, which diffuses addiction. Get that into your possession. Keep the knowledge of refraining from that activity in your possession. And then what you could then discuss now is taking stevia as well. Substitute everything that you eat that's sweet, or every time you want to sweeten something, put stevia in it, because what makes the cigarettes addictive oftentimes is the sugar. Replace your sugar fulfillment with stevia till your body gets acclimated to the taste and the necessity of stevia, which is plant-based. And in doing so, you will reciprocate the tides of the addiction that is also coming from the sugar that's inside of the cigarettes.
Thank you so much. I'm actually working on the alkalining my body, drinking more water, and I'm just a lot more acne, and I see the pus coming out, and I see it coming out of my eyes, and it's gross, but it's I guess I got to go through it.
Well, I thank you very much. And I seen moving worms come out of my body. So it's a transformation. And I'm sure the testimonials that we'll be getting after this health course gonna have people freaked out, because I almost stopped eating the right way when I saw the worms come out of my body. I blamed the right food for causing that. I was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So, the bad food keeps the lies going. The good food tells the truth right up in your face, man. It's a horrible truth. So only the strong survive. I thank you, sister, for sharing your testimonial and also being allowing yourself to be vulnerable before the people, so you can empower people going through similar experiences. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get Brother Cato over here. Oh, Cato, I see you smiling over there. I only can really see your teeth in the New York hat, but it's all good.
Oh, sorry, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, King?
What's good? Oh, it's this girl, man. She's getting all in my video.
What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Cato from Harlem.
I was just out there probably 14, 15 hours ago.
I know. I could have sworn I saw you on 116, but I was like, nah, that can't be.
I was on 116. That's where my crib at. That's where one of my rooms at that I rent out.
That's crazy.
116 in Lexington.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was just there like 14, 15 hours ago.
I thought that wasn't you. I thought I was bugging.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what's going on, my brother?
I wanted to ask you, since we on the topic of health, I know you got a lot of wives. How do you offset the possibility of having a baby when you're dealing with women with high libidos?
Well, we got a book called Resurrection or Reserve Erection, because we realized that the man has this semen, which is scientifically known as cerebral spinal fluid. And the cerebral, obviously, is the brain, and the spine is, of course, that column that is responsible for directing the flow of electricity to very valuable parts of the body. And so we realized that there's a light, much like lightning, starts from the bottom up. So does the sperm's inception. It actually starts as a light body that goes up the spine, then taps into the cerebral or the brain, and then comes back down. If the man intends, it comes out solid or physical, in which case that's the ejaculation. Or he can say, I'm gonna charge it up more. I'm gonna let it go up and down, up and down, up and down. Keep going to the brain and get revived or get charged. So you can actually give us something more potent, or charge yourself, because a woman's internal. So she's gonna receive the charge, whether you ejaculate or not. if you make the science applicable. You'll be charging her up as well. But instead, a lot of us get drained because she's an internal being, so she's absorbing a lot of that. So if you're not making a concerted effort to sustain your charge and also benefit from it, you only feel good because of the one moment, and it's really everything before the ejaculation that makes you the benefactor, not the actual ejaculation. That's the therapist again, the rapist again. The rapist is at it again. He's making the men think it's when he ejaculates, that's when it's the best thing going on. No, it's when you're charging it up and down and up and down and up and down. But if we allow that process to take place long enough, you would be able to experience similar ecstasy that the females do when they black out and they go into a whole zone. We don't go there oftentimes. So it's called resurrection, reserve erection. So it's a science of applying that ecstasy, that orgasmic experience to the male. So he himself can have multiple orgasms. And you see, now that sounds like, no, women get multiple orgasms. No, the man is supposed to be able to get multiple orgasms. He's the one initiating her orgasms. Why the hell are you not involved with the situation? You know, and after everything, you wind up trying. So that book is called Resurrection, Reserve Erection. It's on the IamBrotherPolite.com site. You just click books. There's also Reactivating Your Melanin via Sex, Diet, and Solar Energy. And there's also Desecration of the Womb. Those 3 books is actually one thick book. I didn't want people to get one thick book and don't read through the whole book. I used to write really thick books, like 1,000 pages. So I started breaking the books up in pieces. So it's Resurrection, Reserve Erection, primary book you want to get. You want to get into Desecration of the Womb because that's like the female version to the male Resurrection, Reserve Erection. And then there's the Reactivate Your Melanin via Sex, Diet, and Solar Energy, which is the combination of the 2. So you put those 3 books together and it really works out for you. Very powerful, powerful texts or tomes that we put out. That'd be the answer to your question, my brother.
Appreciate you.
No doubt, my brother. Peace. I'll be back out there 2 weeks from now. I'll be back in New York. I was going hood to hood when I was out there. You go to Facebook.com/BrotherPolite, and you'll see I went to my old stomping grounds in Brownsville houses, Brownsville projects, connected with some people over there, and then I started driving around. Whoever wanted to connect. It was like 1, 2 in the morning. We went to Crown Heights, went to Flatbush, went all over the place, you know, and it was real, real powerful connecting with the people that was on live and just pulling up and speaking with them and connecting with them with the information. Real good stuff. Let's get this thing going. Let's go to LaShonda. Peace, LaShonda. Tell us where you from.
Peace. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Let's see if it doesn't get too choppy. Where you from?
Can you hear me? I live in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin it is right now.
Yes. So my question is, I heard you mention maple, like on numerous occasions, and I was just wondering if the maple that I've been eating as well as my children is the maple we should be eating. Because I've only been vegan for 5 months. And so the whole lot of things that I'm learning daily about what is good to eat and what not.
I got you, sister.
So,
well, to preference, I got you.
Cool.
Yes. What grade is that maple? Is it grade A or grade B? Chances are it's grade A.
U.S. grade A, dark amber.
That's how I figured. I figured it was grade A. Chances are, if you're going to consume maple, you need grade B. Way more alkaline, way less compromised. Grade B is always harder to find and a lot more costly. They want damn near $32 for that one. Okay?
Wow.
So if you take maple syrup, you want grade B. The most healthiest form of sweetener would be stevia, but you have to acquire a taste for it because it's very different, but it's very authenticated by way of nature. But if you're going to take maple, you need maple syrup grade B. That is the one that the body can process, break down, and assimilate a whole lot easier than the grade A that is compromised in great detail.
Thank you so much. As well as agave, Is that good?
Agave is all right, but it's in the lower echelon of things. You know, grade B maple syrup is above agave, and then you have stevia, which is above maple syrup, grade B. So in that order. So agave is all right. It's better than the Domino bag of sugar. I can tell you that. You know,
Right.
But the agave, they commercialized it so much that it's tricky now. You know, because they're mass producing it because everyone's getting more and more health conscious. So the ingredients are not like they used to be for agave, which was little to no ingredients, just coming from cactus. It was just cactus nectar. Now they're doing too much. Once they start doing too much, we need to get out of there. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really.
No problem, sister. I'm proud of you. Keep it going. All right. Let's get Ebony. What's up, Ebony? Talk to us. Where you from, sister? Sisters are on tonight. Got some good information. Good questions.
Yes.
Yes, we can. How you doing, sister? Where you from?
Hi, Peace King. Oh my God. Peace. I've been trying to reach you for the longest. Peace from Columbia, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Let's get it.
Yes. Well, we need somebody like Polite at. Yes. Oh my God. This show is perfect. I'm a perfect example for this show.
Okay,
I just lost an auntie that was near and dear to me to cancer. Just a couple of weeks ago. My mom is dealing with diabetes right now, and my ex-husband is dealing with lymphoma cancer, and is still smoking like crazy.
Them cancer people stay smoking for real.
And I just 6 months ago, I just got out the hospital from dying.
Wow.
I was dead for over 2 hours.
Wow. And you
from blood clots flowing from my left leg area to my lungs. And while I was gone, I saw my father had just passed January of last year. We just celebrated his 50th birthday, what would have been his 50th birthday Friday.
Wow.
Yeah. So right now, my journey, my father confirmed it for me. It's the study under you like you did under Dr. Sadie.
I appreciate that so much, sister. Yes. I'm glad you're working with us, man. And whole class, of course, this Saturday. I know it says Sunday, we're doing it this Saturday, but of course the recordings will stay up for the people that locked in and signed up. Stay in tune.
I appreciate it so much. Seriously, I appreciate it. I just got through doing a healing fast. It was basically all I could afford, because for the last 6 months since I got out of the hospital, I've been penny pinching on top of penny pinching, and that's not fun for anybody.
I could imagine. Do me a favor, because I'm gonna send you the book that corresponds with the course. Do me a favor and
oh my God. Thanks, King. Oh my God. Thanks. Thanks.
Oh man. See your appreciation.
Appreciate it so much.
Your appreciation for the information is healing in itself.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yo, Kat, thank you. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, yo, for real.
Appreciate you both, man.
This is Mike from the Bronx. You know, I'm from New York too. Just came down for my woman. You know, me and her's trying to hold it down and keep it together. We've been watching you for a minute. I've been following you since you screaming on cats on the street. Loving it. Yo, you're a funny dude, yo.
Yes,
I watch everything you do. I've been saving shit. Your shit is more entertaining than anything I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
For real, yo.
I told you don't call it shit. Call it knowledge.
Excuse me. I love learning through this way. I love learning this way.
This is not manure.
You know, I love learning.
Keep the healing. Man, so what we're going to do, we're going to get you both something. We're going to spread it out. So I'm going to get the brother access to one of those courses. And I'm going to give you the book. And, you know, that's how we're going to make it work. We're going to spread the healing. So I really appreciate it. What you got to do for me is email me at brotherpolite45@gmail.com. Do that, and I'll make sure that...
Brotherpolite45@gmail.com.
That's right.
All right.
POLIT. Pride, optimism, love, integrity, gallant, honesty, and trust. Pride, optimism, love, integrity, gallant, honesty, and trust. 45@gmail.com. Brother Polite. Email us there. And I didn't fire yourself as Ebony. That was. Is it Ebony?
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll make it work. I'll make sure I tell the administrators when they see that email come through. I'll give them some instructions, and you'll get an email correspondence back confirming everything with you. And I hope to see y'all there this Saturday for the health course. It's no holds bar. I'm glad that you're with us, sharing your energy because we all need it. And I'm glad the brother is supporting you and he's down with it because it's hard when we have to do this stuff by ourselves. But right now, we're all together. Hundreds of us right now. We're all together in this healing, and we're going to progress together and create a support system for each other because we're surrounded. Right now, I Am Brother Polite is like the supermarket when we're running away from all the zombies.
We in that supermarket every day with a wish list.
We locked ourselves.
We're going to get that. We're going to get that.
Right. Well, we locked ourselves in the supermarket to hide from the zombies on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Living here for X amount of time. But every now and then, there's somebody got bitten, didn't tell us, and they in the damn supermarket with us. But we don't figure that out. But right now, it's the coast is clear. No one's showing no symptoms. So we locked ourselves in the supermarket, and we're going to do these courses, and we're going to find a way out. Because very few people realize the experience of why it's so important to transform. Because this is a transformative thing. You know, you start thinking, living different. You don't even get as angry as you used to because you have more understanding. And it's like you feel free every day. It's this emancipation feeling that you get. And that's why when they say, oh, you letting things go unanswered. How come you went, nah, because I'm not part of that disease. Because what we know in the real world, if you have a body of work, then that speaks on your own behalf. Now, if I have no body of work, I have to come in person and tell you everything. But this is the body of work. We're going to heal so many people. That'll be the attestation to how a person feels about their people. You give them healing and you spread healing. And you give them as much as free content and labor and sacrifice, time away from your children, time away from your significant other. You know, you sacrifice, you get it in. Love that, right?
Do you see this? We found out about Dr. Sebi's death right after he passed, right after I got out the hospital. And we made this because we purchased tickets to the memorial service in New York, but we ended up coming into some hard times and we couldn't make it there. I was going to give this to you when we got there. It's right here in Columbia, South Carolina, waiting for you.
All right, I appreciate it. I got to come and get that. I travel quite often, so even if I'm around town.
Yes, because my father told me that I was going to be able to connect with you.
Wow.
And I believe everything that my ancestors tells me. He passed on what he did for a reason.
I'm glad I picked it up for you, Sister Ebony, and this is why it's so hard for me to get off these streams. I talk to the people in a while because when I talk to them, I'll be on here for 4 or 5 hours. No one knows where I'm at. Yeah, I'm in front of this computer so long. By the time I answer my phone, people thought I was ducking and dodging because they don't understand the energy.
Oh my God.
I need it. You know,
I'm telling you, it's so much of the story you haven't even heard yet. And I'm telling you, as people have been telling me since I got out the hospital, you got to find this brother and talk to him and tell him your story. Seriously. It's a testimony. Seriously. I got to pass it on. Anybody that's willing to listen, I'm willing to tell it to.
You know, you do us the favor and you go online and you share the video. And that's how when people say, how do I contribute to the movement? Share the video 5, 10 times. You know, let's spread positivity and information that you feel is transformative. That's what you do. And that's how you get this movement going, because we are a virtual movement right now. Thanks a lot for doing that, my brother. So I'm gonna move forward. Now we need that. We need all those positive images to replace the destructive ones of our people in our head. Because we start believing those destructive images, we start acting them out. So every positive affirmation and act of love that we can get, I'm always humbled and humbled and appreciative of it. So I thank y'all again. We're gonna move. Let's get some of the brothers up in here.
Thank you, Cat.
This has been getting it in. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Hey,
No doubt.
Peace. All right, let's get brother Julian in here. What's going on, my brother? Where you from? Peace to brother Julian. We've been moving pretty fast. Let's get it. Is Julian going to be the first one to slow it down? Come on, Julian. Just look for your mute button. I got you. I see you looking. We'll wait. I'll move to someone else, but we'll keep you in mind, Julian, if you're having a problem. Look for the mic, like where my course is at. Look for the mic. There you go. Talk. You should be able to be in now. No? Let me see if I can help you out. You muted, Julian. Nah, that ain't help. Dang. Well, when you find it out, we here. Let's get this brother Shaq or Shock.
Alright. Yo,
What's good? Where you from?
what up, Light? I'm from Charlotte, man.
Charlotte. Let's get it. What's up, man?
Man, not too much. You the truth though. You been preaching so much, man. I be on everything you on, IG, Facebook, wherever you around there. So that's just the way it's said.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Shit. I had my son in here watching with me just now. He don't know who you are yet. He only 15 months, but I just had him with me. He gonna learn who you is though, I promise. So yeah, you the truth, man. I've been following you for a little minute. Matter of fact, when I first saw you, somebody had shared you on Facebook about your Breakfast Club interview. It didn't even have your name up there. I'm like, yo, I got to find who this dude is. I was dead when I found you.
That's it. I appreciate that, man. The acknowledgement means everything, brother.
Definitely. Your accomplishments for yourself. That's why I tell a lot of people I really pay more attention to you than anybody else because you don't really indulge yourself in the negativity that goes on around. And that's dope, if you ask me.
Right. I'm glad you recognize that. It's very important. That's the example we want to lead.
Yeah, and I'm young too, so it's like I be trying to have a lot of people pick up on me so they can pick up on you, but especially down here in Charlotte, man, we messed up right now. For real. We messed up. But,
I'm listening.
I was saying earlier in the chat, yo, I get food stamps, you feel me? So we eat good, which is not good. So I'm trying to figure out where can I find some healthy foods? Because yo, when I went to Food Line, I don't even like shopping to be honest, but I went to Food Line and I ain't seen nothing that was really, really that good. So what grocery store can I lead to that'll help me with this revolution? Because I'm definitely into the vegan thing too. I'm all in that now. You done shed so much light on meat. I ain't really with that shit at all.
I dig it. Well, we have to be creative. So this is what you're going to do. Load up. When you get a chance, get the sea moss that we have. And what you're going to do when you go to that market, you're going to get a gallon of water, all right, to the best of your ability, even if it has to be Deer Park or Gerber baby water, which is pretty high in alkalinity. You're going to get you a gallon of water. You're going to buy some walnuts. You're going to blend the walnuts, and you're going to put either maple syrup grade B in there, because that would be available, or agave, and you're going to mix the walnuts with a gallon of water. And if you must, get a sock, a clean sock, get brand new sock. Let me make it clear. You're going to use the sock as a strainer. It's a better strainer than the ones you're going to buy in the store that cost more money. Get a sock, get a gallon of water, blend some walnuts, and put a pinch of cayenne pepper in, and even half a pinch of some pink salt if you have it. If you don't worry about it. And what you're going to do is make your own walnut milk. Very simple. We got it in our recipe book. But the walnut milk is going to work wonders because it still has a little bitter taste, so it'll perform as an anti-cancer agent amongst many other things. It'll help you keep your weight as well. And if you mix it with the sea moss, now you're creating better bone density. Okay, because it's gonna have that calcium to magnesium ratio that you need to develop stronger bone density. And once your bones are more dense, then what's going to happen is your ability to process information is going to become more acute. Because we learn by way of our bones, not because of some eardrums. That's just a farce. So that's a start. Just giving you a start. Because it's a filling scenario, and the sea moss will work as a meal when you put it into your milk that you make. It's going to work as a meal, and then that'll hold you over more. So that way you can say, okay, sometimes I can't go as far to get the food I need. That is actually a meal. That sea moss mixed with that milk is a meal. Let no one fool you. Real talk.
That's dope.
I'm just telling you how to do it yourself. You're going to whip it up in the kitchen. We got to get back to being scientists. I want you to see her. Hold on. Please. Let them see you, man. Look at this. Y'all got to see this. Let me see how this looks. Look at this. Look at her.
What up, though?
She's gorgeous. I'm so lucky. She ain't seen me in so long. She got dressed up when I landed. She like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care what time you stop that stream. When that's done, you are mine. I don't care what nobody say. So I'm like, yeah, I got you, baby. Around, like, while I'm doing a stream, I'm like, triple, quadruple take. Like, God damn. I'm like, I'm about to shut the stream down. But she's amazing. Look at that. V. I'm like, man, this is what I come home to. This is why I don't leave. Because she's normally by my side when I leave. This is one of them rare occasions where I flew out and I had to make my runs. You know, my camera lady, you know, iron my clothes, wash my hair, yo, I was out of it. Y'all, if any of y'all saw me on Instagram, I had to ask the community how to help me.
They had to coach you through washing your clothes.
Yeah, word up. Well, I got through it. I made it happen. But I was like, it made me appreciate her even more. Like, damn, this is not my forte. So, but what's up, King?
I said the little dude was trying to hate on you a little bit, telling you to move and stuff.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I definitely appreciate it, man. I'm talking about, since I've been following you, I don't think it's a video you got that I haven't watched. Like, I'm on everything with you. So I definitely appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate your help. And if people mad at me, like, I'm going at it with people about you. It don't even be about me. I'd be like, yo, why you don't like him? Why you be hating on him, this and that? I'm talking about in my living room, probably last week. I got so mad at one of my boys, I just had to stop arguing. I'm like, bro, I can't keep arguing with you about this dude because you don't even know nothing. You're just talking. That be really pissing me off.
That's what I'm talking about. You heard me? But yo, my brother, let me get this last brother that was in here and get to see if this other brother can get back on. We're gonna see if his mic will start working. But I got to get the brother Larry because he was in here and close it out. I told you I was doing good on time. And now here we are. But I think we're on the 2-hour mark and a little longer, but this is good. I just don't want to distract people because this information is so important. I tell people, I don't mind doing the long stream. And I hope people just pause it, pick it back up, and watch it straight through. Because the more we get in, the better. But some people just be like, oh, no, it's too long. You know, no one's going to watch it. But if you're watching everything that keeps being uploaded, what stops you from just continuing the next day? So I disagree with that philosophy, but sometimes I do say, let me make it a little shorter. But trust me, it's not me that want to do anything shorter. I always want to give as much as I can give. Once I'm on, I make sure I cut out as much of my responsibilities as possible out of respect to the people so I can give them my all. You know, I don't got no notes or nothing in front of me. This is just all on the spirit of me communicating with my people. I love y'all, man. So I'm going to talk to you, my brother. Let me get this brother Larry on deck.
All right, King. Appreciate it.
Love you, bro. Thank you for your energy, man.
Oh, yeah. Definitely love you too, man. I appreciate it.
Let's get it. Brother Larry.
Peace, Brother Polite. How you doing?
No doubt. What's up, man? I see you like the WWE. You just came into the ring like I'm in. I ain't even had to unmute the mic.
Yes, sir. For real. Yeah.
Where you from, my brother? Tell the people where you from.
I'm from Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama.
From Alabama. You know, I remember you. What's up?
Oh yeah. Hush, it was like this. It was like it's like this. The food choices in the stores. Let's see. The healthy food choices in the stores are null and void. Yeah. Point blank period. Let's see. Let's see. So
Hold on, Larry.
all right.
What you looking for, brother?
Talking to me?
Yeah. What's going on?
Let's it's like this. Let's see. I want to start eating healthy.
Okay. That's a start. Let's get it in.
Yeah. I told you this before. Let's see. But
lighten up, brother. Lighten up. You good. You with family. Come on. You with family. You want to start eating. Let's get to the start. The first start is the liquid, not even the food. And before the liquid is the sun. Get more sun than you're accustomed to getting. 90% of the people in America, particularly, are vitamin D deficient, which means they're not getting enough sunlight because vitamin D is produced when you get exposure from the sun, particularly around the 4 o'clock hour, where most people have to work. By the time people get off of work, it's dark. When people go to work, it's dark. When they have lunchtime, they're working in the midtown or the downtown areas. They normally have skyscrapers scraping the sky, blocking the sun, that is to say. And so they don't get sufficient sunlight. And with that comes vitamin D deficiency. And in turn, that creates anxiety, stress, and in acute forms, suicide. So you see a lot of the behavior patterns of people is coming from the fact that they're not getting enough sunlight. But what they don't tell you is when you even get enough sunlight or vitamin D, it has to be coupled with the right nutrients. Otherwise, you're going to be unstable. So you need sunlight, you need the vitamin D. Add that to the list. Make that a prerequisite to get more sun into your diet. Now, if you're getting enough sun, because sun has to be part of the diet, now we need the right liquids. Of course, the sea moss, and of course, the water. And the best water with the best sea moss. If the water's not that good, the sea moss is going to make it better. We got to do our best to get as much as minerals into our body. We want to create a community of superhumans. That's what we want to do. We want a community of superhumans. That's what we need. But go ahead, brother. I'm just keeping the pan hot. I just want to do my best to keep you involved.
Hey, Ash, it's like this. Ash, it's like this. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Ash, I'm the one that wrote you an email on Facebook. I'm the one that wrote you an email on Facebook. Explain to you that I had brain surgery. Ash, I had brain surgery when I was 11 years old. I had to learn how to walk, talk, use my hands. I had to learn how to do everything all over again from square one. Let's see. It's like this though. See, I graduated a long time. When I was 18. I graduated with a diploma. With my diploma, I went straight to college. I have 2 associate's degrees. I have 2 associate's degrees. Let's see. Let's say I have an AA and an AS. Yeah. Yeah, but
I'm with you, brother.
I
get the gist. And what email did you send that information to?
Let's say I sent it to your Facebook.
Okay.
You responded back.
That's great. Did you send it to Brother Polite Facebook? Is that the one?
Yes.
So what we do, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up on the Facebook conversation, even if you need to leave your number, because I soon have to close out.
Okay.
But I want to thank you so much for staying in tune with this information. I want to thank you for taking the time out to process this data and even want to contribute to the platform and speak with us. I want to thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you for coming on this platform and showing the world that despite whatever you went through physically throughout the course of your childhood, that you are here today with the zeal to become even more conscious and to want to eat better. That means a lot, because you know what? A lot of people didn't have the same surgery you had, and they don't care. And you survived. You feel me? And with that survival, you still have enough sense to say, I want to watch informative material and make myself better. And I commend you for that, my brother. So just like I responded before, I will continue responding to you. Like I said, I won't forget you. I never forget you. My man from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to show you love, my brother. You deserve the love, because like I said, a lot of people didn't go through no brain surgery. And for all purposes, they really should get some kind of lobotomy or their head checked out, because I don't know what the hell is slowing them down. I don't know why they not in tune with this info, but you in tune, my brother Larry, and I appreciate you. And you are a living testament to the working mind of one that can't be brought down. If there's no excuse for other people not to engage this consciousness. So I appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
All right, King. Let me see if I can get this brother Julian back on. Maybe it could work this time around. Julian, want to try it again? Maybe it's the computer, because sometimes it's actually the computer you're using. Maybe it needs an update, or the operating system doesn't correspond with the mechanics of the upgrades of YouTube, because that's happened before with guests that I had. And when they changed the computer, they was able to get the audio. So that may be going on if you can't speak right now, Julian. Yeah. So that's pretty much the case. But unfortunately, I'm going to close out. I've had an amazing time. My apologies to the people we don't get at this particular moment. But everybody contributed something great to the platform. You opened up corridors of consciousness just by asking the questions that you asked. I'm completely humbled by the love and the support of the brothers and the sisters who gave me great acknowledgement and appreciate the work. And the reason why that's so very important is because, you know, people need to know that they're being appreciated too. I'm not going to tell you that I don't like getting the credit. I love getting the credit. The problem is if you do it for the credit, and I don't do it for the credit. If I did it for the credit, I wouldn't be doing nothing right now, right? So I don't do it for the credit, but I definitely need the credit, and I appreciate the credit. And that's why I do ask when people say, what is it that I can do? I ask you all out there, do me a favor and share this video 5 to 10 times. Minimum, just share it. Cut and paste the YouTube link, put it on your Facebook. Screenshot it, put it on your Instagram, and write what you think about this video and tag me and let me know that you put it up. Tag me and put @Brother Polite, brother_polite on Instagram. I'm brother_POLIGHT on Instagram. Everything else is Brother Polite, like facebook.com/Brother Polite. The website, of course, is IamBrotherPolite.com. You can get the various books, DVDs, and of course, the herbs that you need. But yeah, share the video and share your sentiment about what you learned and how powerful this platform is and has become and will be. Tell them what you learned. Break down your favorite part. But we got to do something to wake these people up. And you might be the person that woke somebody up. Somebody might say, yo, I got this thing shared from somebody. And when I looked at it, I started following the brother. You know what I'm saying? That's how this thing works. And you get your abundance when you do things like that. So if any questions and comments, you know how to hit me up. If you're interested in a consultation, particularly for health, but I'm here for you for wealth as well. When you're ready to get the ball rolling and you're ready to just start your mission, the consultations are there. It's available. I've had a busy week flying in and out of countries on 2 occasions within 7 days, in addition to being in New York and New Jersey as well, and back to California. And my traveling has not even stopped. I'm just here for a few days before I have to fly out again. New York, I will be in the building again in 2 weeks from now, doing something very unique, very, very unique. Y'all gonna love it. But thank you so much. I can't say, it's hard to stop saying thank you, because I really appreciate the love and the effort and the attention to detail as far as the information is concerned. I hope to see all of you there for class this Saturday and every Sunday thereafter, because it's intense. It's really a classroom
I got
setting.
a question.
I'm coming real quick, sister. I got you. It's really, I'll make sure you're the last one. It's a classroom setting, and take your notes. If you don't have a calculator, you're going to need one. Bring your calculator. People say, well, I'm going to need a calculator to deal with the herbs, because I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. Get the triple-double baller. That's why I'm adding an extra class, so some people can get the time to get the triple-double baller, so we can do the work together step by step. So even when I do this class this Saturday, we're going to load up on the calculations, like how tall and how heavy you are in retrospect to how much water you should be drinking, because everybody shouldn't be drinking the same amount of water, because everybody's not the same height. You're going to tell me a child that's two feet tall should be drinking the same thing I, as a man that's 6'4", should be drinking? Let's be for real here. So this concept that everybody should drink this much water a day, that's a lie. You need your own curriculum. That's what the dietary regimen is about. It's about having a curriculum for your body that caters to your specific interests and needs. Let's do this the right way. This is why we're going to have you doing the calculations. You need to know your blood type so you can get more specific. Like if your blood type O, wheat is no good for you, especially orange. Now, we wouldn't eat that anyway, in general, because of the acidity. But there's things that when it comes into your bloodstream, the body doesn't respond to it like it's food. It responds to it like it's a disease. That's a problem, because then the digestive part of what needs to take place won't take place, because it's usurped by the immune system. We need to talk about these things. We're going to demystify and make clear a number of things in the course, and I guarantee you, from the first class alone, you're going to say, what was life like prior? How was I living? I guarantee you, because you see what I do when I'm freestyling. And those of y'all that's been taking the real estate courses and getting the PDFs for every class, y'all know I gave it up last Sunday. Don't front. And if any of you are in here that took the real estate course and was there for last Sunday's class or any of the classes, press 9. If you are extremely satisfied with the breakdown, with the information, with the PowerPoints, I give you the notes. We get it in, you know, there we go. We got somebody that was in there. It's not a game. And last Sunday's class, I know I went hard because I added extra detail just because my heart's there. Thank you, Nicole Jones. I'm sure that it is Nicole N. Jones. Thank you so much. Abstract Vibes. Thank you. Larry S. Thank you. Thank y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So you see, you got the people letting you know all the Sundays so far. Thank you, brother Abstract. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm still studying. Powerful info. Thank you. And you know what? Y'all know it said it'll be gone in 24 hours. It'll be gone in 48 hours. And I left it up there. I left it up there because it hurts to take it down. And, you know, people in my corner, not my wives, you know, people that administratively are there to help me brand, I'm like, you gotta take it down so people can be more encouraged to get it and that. I'm like, I hear you. But the response is so strong. People like, yo, bro, I just need to look it over. I'm on my 3rd cycle and I want to do it again. If people are really taking the information that serious, I can't take it down, man. I just left it up a little. I'm going to take it down, but it'll come down when it come down, when my heart is just so heavy. But if I know people are taking it serious, then man, I put a lot of hours just putting the presentation together. I put years just accumulating the knowledge to learn how to put it together. So it hurts me to take it down that quick. I didn't study that long just for me to say it once and it disappeared. So it's working for both of us, family. I thank y'all for showing the love and support and letting the people know that they can connect with you and see you are real people, not robots, making it clear that you've learned a lot. I watched it 3 times, laugh out loud, 4 pages of notes. That's what I'm talking about. And imagine how the health course is going to be. It's going to be intense. I put it on my life. Yo, it's going to be intense. I love doing this. Sister, I'm ready for you. Talk to me.
All right, peace, Brother Polite. Thank you for taking me as the last one, and I respect the works and what you're doing. So my question,
Before you do that, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Virginia Beach.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. VA in the building. We need to know where you're from.
So I signed up for the course or whatever, and I might have missed it, but so how am I supposed to connect on the day? Well, Saturday, and that's my birthday too, matter of fact. I'm gonna need you to do me a reading for the 4th. I'm
gonna do it for you on the strength. Email me, you got my word.
All right.
It's going on your birthday. We're not gonna give it to you early.
Okay.
You know the time that you was born, that's gonna help a lot as far as your ascended. It's concerning do some work with your Chiron.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can find out what time you born, if you don't know, that's cool. Or if you can find kind of estimate based on legitimate. If you can't, don't worry about it. We don't want no misinformation.
Okay.
Right? But if you know it was in the daytime, it was in the morning, noon, or the night, that'll help us. Mm-hmm. All right. But if you don't know, don't guess it. Because we can do a lot with what we already have. That's just something extra because I want to go all the way in for you.
Okay.
All right. That's going to be your birthday gift on the strength. So
all right.
What's your name again, sister?
Tasia.
Tasia. Okay, got soul wisdom there. All right, Tasia from Virginia Beach. What's going to happen is you're going to get the PDF for the class so you can follow through with what we're doing. Normally, the PDF for the class comes about a half hour or so from the actual time of the class. And the reason so you'll get a notification that you should have an email from YouTube. Everybody that's listening, when you sign up for these classes, make sure you have a Gmail account. I'll say it again. Make sure you have a Gmail account because the way the private course goes, it only works for Gmail accounts. All right? So if you have a Yahoo account or a Hotmail email account or a .net email account, what's going to happen is you may not get access to it. Then you're going to have to send us an email or call us on our store line, and then they're going to tell you, oh, no, you need a Gmail account. So we'll tell you up front. You'll also see that in your email correspondence because you purchased it. You're going to see that it's going to let you know you need a Gmail account. And if you're still having a problem finding the link, call the number because the administrator is going to tell you, oh, you're trying to view it from the phone, right? That's why you don't see it. It's in your social media folder. You'll probably be like, I never went into a social media folder on my email. And then they'll tell you, this is what you do to go into your social media folder because it goes there when you try to access it from such and such phones. So we got the whole thing to assist them. You're going to have the assistance. Many people who went through it were like, at least they know what we're talking about. So we have done the analytics to see what happens X amount of times. So we pretty much got to figure out every problem that people do have. And some people, it's just oversight. They probably missed the link, but it doesn't matter. So long as you call the number, so long as you email us at brotherpolite45@gmail.com or the I Am Brother Polite email that you're going to get it from, you're always going to get assistance to make sure that you can get that class and also catch the high def version of the class when it's over. Okay, so you'll watch it live, but then you'll also have access to a high def version that you can continue to watch throughout the course, I would say, of the week at least. All right, so that's what's going to happen. You'll receive your email Saturday or it's going to probably be very early in the morning Saturday. So you probably receive the email like 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning. All right, which technically might be considered the night for some people, but you're going to receive it very early in the morning Saturday. That's going to let you know, here's the class that's scheduled for such and such time. The class is going to start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Saturday. 3 p.m. Saturday, the class is going to start. That's the live class. And then what's going to happen is some hours from the live class, when it closes, we're going to go into the post-production, juice it up a little bit, and then we're going to upload the high def version for your pleasure and for you to learn from at your discretion. And that'll probably be 6 hours from that time that class is over. So you check it out the next day is there. Last week's class, we was able to do that 2 hours later because we keep trying alternative methods to presentation until we get a consensus of what people like the most, and then we'll stick with that one and then enhance that experience. So we might have a different perspective this week because the last 3 classes we did were done 3 different ways. And we're doing that to see or gauge how people feel about the presentation so we can come up with the ideal one based on what most people like. So we're looking to just satisfy people all around the board. We know the information is going to satisfy them. We just want to juice up the presentation. So yes, that'll take place this Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. You'll receive at minimum 2 emails. One is going to have the link with the scheduled invitation that lets you know classes start at this time via this link. It's going to be an email actually coming from YouTube on behalf of us for a private session. You need a Gmail account. If you share the link, it absolutely won't work because that person has to have your email account and know your password to your email in order for you to access it. We don't get your email password. It's just something that we use YouTube as a third party for when you're doing private invitations for class, that you'll need a Gmail account, and only the person who knows the password to that account can access the class. If it's on your computer or one of your other devices, surely your device would know that that's your email, so you won't have to put in your passcode. For others, they may have to put in their passcode. They use a different device just to watch it. So I'm just explaining all that so you be straight. So that's the first email. You're going to have the invite, the link, and all of that. And then the second email, you're going to get the link and the invite all over again. And it's going to let you know class is about to start as a reminder. And you're also going to get the PDF that goes along with it. And you're going to get the phone number if there's any technical problems that you have, that you can call that number, someone will pick up. And also the email that you can correspond with, that somebody will be there live throughout the course of the class, constantly paying attention to the emails to see what's coming in so they can respond to people to give them any kind of technical assistance. And that'll be it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to send you something from like this email address because I had a Yahoo email that I signed up from because I overlooked or missed the info about having to have a Gmail one. So would that be fine?
The day of, all you got to do is say, hey, Polite, I purchased this. Even though when my administrators see an email that's not Gmail, they would email you and tell you you need to get the Gmail anyway.
Okay.
But if you take the initiative to say, hey, I bought the class, this is my email, and this is my order, that helps, but they're going to do that for you no matter what.
All right. Oh, and then I had a question about, so with the CMOS, like with fasting on that, if I just wanted to like fast on CMOS for like a week, what would you suggest with it?
If you fast on CMOS for a week, if you can do some kale apple ginger, and if you have a milk of your choice, the preference, it would be walnut milk. I know people love the almonds, but there's more cyanide. There's a lot of cyanide in almonds. And so not so much that is alarming, but when it goes into milk form, it's more exposure. It's easier to assimilate into the body's bloodstream. So that we want the walnut milk. Okay, so if you can put the CMOS to the walnut milk and maybe to a green juice, kale, apple, ginger, maybe a key lime in there, that'd be great. It'd be good if you do it that way.
And what about the hemp seeds? What about hemp seed milk?
Hemp is pretty cool. Walnut.
That is not what you suggest. Pretty cool is like my first choice. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Like you could take it. That I'll say. But my thing is, I like you to take stuff that you can actually make in your house. you know?
Okay.
If you can make it. And as simple as it is, with the least amount of ingredients, that's what you want. You know, that's what we want. Because the sea moss is going to do the work. So we don't need a lot of ingredients from the other aspect of things. That's just to cater a little bit to our human side. But we more God than anything. We more deity or nature than anything else. So that's just a little filler. The main goal is to get that sea moss in your body.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, sister. Looking forward to seeing you in class. It's going to be great. Thank you all for listening.
Excited.
Man, I'm fiending. I'll be fiending for class. It feels good just being amongst the family like that. Let's pack that house out and let's do what we do. And lastly, we're going to go here to let the family know this is how the health course looks. Health course class 1 and 2 in the book. You're getting 2 classes, the book, and then an additional 2 classes if you purchase the real estate course, and an additional 1 class just because you bought this package if you bought class 1 and class 2 in the book. And we're doing our best to help you out as much as possible. You're going to love the sororology. I'm going to do my best to get a sororology video in pre-courser, that is before Saturday. I may do it on Brother Polite Live. I got to find out how we're going to approach this thing because today is already Wednesday. So we only got Thursday and Friday. I got to make the time on my schedule to make sure I can do a class tomorrow and hopefully do a class the day before. I like to do as much as classes before, on the week of the actual class, just before the class. I like to do as much as possible to eliminate or alleviate some remedial questions. So when you come into the class, you have enough momentum into the conversation that you won't be lost with some of the things we talk about. So I do my best to cover a lot of ground. So more likely I will be here tomorrow, similar time, and Friday to the best of my ability so we can make Saturday a huge success as far as education is concerned. So yeah, we have the GNSD male formula, GNSD female formula. This is great for the bones, great for the brain. Okay, obviously great for potency, the libido, that is. Holistic health scale. We also have the 95 over 108 CMOS, and of course the triple double baller. This is going to be a powerful class. Those are the tools you're going to need. Pick up a calculator. You know, we would have put a calculator here, but we figured you could get one where you at. We just put the products here based on my personal preference that may be hard for you to reach to get the exact ones that we use. But if it's something that's kind of mundane, like getting a calculator, you can get you a solar calculator, electric calculator, wouldn't matter. But when it's more technical, we have to be more meticulous in our approach to come up with the same results that I come up with in the stream, then we'll put it here on our site as well. So thank you all very much. We appreciate you. Of course, this is when you click the health tab of Brother Polite. I am Brother Polite. The website is IamBrotherPolite.com. You're going to hit the health tab. And again, those books that we were discussing, like Resurrection, Reserve Erection, Desecration of the Womb, and of course, you know you need this book. We was talking about this for class last Sunday. Okay, let's see. That the dream book is dope. Heavy metaphysical data right there. Number 1 metaphysical book. So one of our top sellers. And then solar numerology, I forgot. Resurrection, Reserve Erection. Here you go. This is the book I was talking about with the brother. Reactivating your melanin via sex, diet, and solar energy, which goes with male and female. And then Desecration of the Womb is somewhere in here. There she goes. Desecration of the Womb. And of course, I advise the men to read Desecration of the Womb and the sisters to read Resurrection, Reserve Erection to learn more about each other so you can be in tune with the opposite sex and know where they may be lacking at, where they may need assistance to bring about harmony between the male and the female, which is where we meet up at our language. Performing open heart surgery. I shouldn't have mentioned this book. My goodness. You need this book, brother. Read this with Resurrection, Reserve Erection. This is I don't want to OD. I was going to say number 1 sex book in the world. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to say is this. As far as New Covenant culture, number one book about sex, because it's going to approach it from so many places. It's ridiculous. It's not the conventional, and it's factually proven, and it's put into a context where the perspective is extremely logical, where you can read what's postulated and say to yourself, wow, my goodness, it makes that much sense. So very good book, Performing Open Heart Surgery. Super classic. I did it with Shaitan Nityama, very powerful brother. Okay, Resurrection, Reserve Erection. Very important, because the brothers is leaving those sexual experiences drained out. So yeah, and these are health books too. Fire, Sex, Diet, and Solar Energy, Reactivating Your Melanin. Load up on as much as health books as possible. It's your responsibility. No one else is to keep you alive. And it gives you great perspective when you do the courses. And of course, the scales and the triple, double baller and everything is over here on the health tab. And of course, class 1, 2 in the book. You want to get from over there. So without further ado, I say thank you so much. You are loved. You are appreciated. If no one told you that, I'm telling you that. And don't worry about the physical experience. I don't have to physically experience you if we energetically are connected and consciously connected by default. Consciousness is a network. And I'm part of the network, and so are you, because we all here tonight. So I thank you again. Can't thank you enough. You are appreciated. You are loved. I will see you all Saturday. For those I don't see tomorrow and the day after, I appreciate you. I am brotherpolite.com. Subscribe to the channel when you can, if you didn't already.
Peace, King.
Peace. Love you, sister. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Peace, bro.
Oh, my man. Peace. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I just wrote you on Instagram, so like whenever you get time, you know what I'm saying, just like hit me up.
I'm gonna check it out right now. Once I charge the phone, actually. I'm gonna charge the phone, I'm gonna check you out. I had to let it die because I would have got distracted today.
So good.
I'm gonna check it though. I'm gonna check it. Thanks, brother.
All right, man.
Peace.